Have you ever heard of a king who ruled the greatest empire on earth, only to end up crawling on all fours eating grass like a cow? Sounds like a myth, right? But this is no fairy tale. This is the real, biblical account of King Nebuchadnezzar, the proud ruler of Babylon, who was humbled by the living God. Today, we explore why God turned one of the most powerful men in history into an animal. Nebuchadnezzar was no ordinary king. He built the Hanging Gardens, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. He conquered nations, including Judah, and took captives like Daniel. Babylon was a masterpiece of architecture and culture under his rule. And Nebuchadnezzar knew it. That was the problem. He knew it, and he believed it was all because of his own greatness. In Daniel 4, Nebuchadnezzar has a terrifying dream of a giant tree being chopped down. The prophet Daniel interprets it. "You, O king, are that tree. You will be driven away from people and live with the wild animals." It was a warning, a divine message telling the king to humble himself before God. But like many of us, Nebuchadnezzar brushed off the warning. 12 months later, Nebuchadnezzar is walking on the roof of his palace. He looks out and says, "Is not this the great Babylon I have built as the royal residence by my mighty power and for the glory of my majesty?" At that very moment, a voice from heaven speaks, and instantly the punishment begins. He loses his mind. He becomes like an animal, not symbolically, literally. For 7 years, Nebuchadnezzar lives like a wild animal. He eats grass. His hair grows long like eagle's feathers. His nails become like claws. He's no longer a king. He's a creature, outcast from his palace and from society. It was more than humiliation. It was transformation. God was showing the world something powerful. So why would God do something so extreme? It wasn't just punishment. It was mercy. God wasn't trying to destroy Nebuchadnezzar. He was trying to save him. The king's pride had blinded him. He thought he was a god. But God was teaching him a lesson every human must learn. The Most High is sovereign over all kingdoms on earth and gives them to anyone he wishes. Until Nebuchadnezzar acknowledged that truth, he couldn't be restored. Finally, after 7 years, Nebuchadnezzar looks up to heaven, and his sanity is restored. Not only that, his kingdom is given back. But this time, he's different. He no longer praises himself. He praises God. "Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and glorify the King of heaven. Those who walk in pride, he is able to humble." This proud king became a humbled worshipper. You may not be a king, you may not have a kingdom, but like Nebuchadnezzar, pride can creep in. We can begin to think we've earned everything we have, our success, our talents, our health. But God's message is the same. Everything you have is a gift from above. Nebuchadnezzar's fall is a warning, but also a hopeful reminder. God humbles the proud, but he lifts the humble. If God can restore a beast-like king to worship, imagine what he can do in your life if you only look up. Don't wait until everything is stripped away. Recognize who truly rules, and like Nebuchadnezzar, you too can find peace, not in pride, but in surrender. If this story impacted you, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful Bible truths. Have you ever had a moment where pride led to a fall, or humility brought healing? Tell us in the comments below. Until next time, remember, heaven rules, and subscribe to Bible Storybook.